Good morning, my name is Brian Johnson. I'm just trying to give you an overall view of trading either one currency or multi-currencies. First of all, we would assume that we're going to look at the Australian dollar first, and let's look at some relevant points. The Boson line, the price always returns to the Boson's line at least 2 or 3 times during the week. If the price is above the open, we can assume 85% of the time it's an up day, so longs are favoured. But the price can return once again to the Boson's line, and this is virtually a range from the current range of the H4 chart. This is the range during the week. Once you break that by 1 or 2 pips, that's a fractional, the range will extend. So in other words, we look at fractionals as well. Now, other important points in evaluating the trade is these 3 indicators have all the time frames in it. Currently, you're short in the 1, 2, but not quite in the 3rd time frame. We usually look for another point down from this point before we'd enter a short, because the market is basically telling you it's a long market. But let's look at the Excel spreadsheet. And just reiterate how many pips you're above yesterday's last week's close price, which is a Boson's point. Let's look at the Australian dollar in an overview position in a different format in the chart, and we're looking down here. The price now, as I said in the previous video, is higher than yesterday's close, so the trend today is up. The price is really about at the average price now, and it's nearly at the 4-bar highest high, and it's above the weekly high H1. So we've looked at the AUD. We can look at it on our charts, our 14, and we have to change this back a little bit, the Australian dollar, and look at some of these points here. But virtually you've got the Williams, and we can open them all and look at them, but we've looked at it on the chart. So we have some information via the Australian dollar. And in the all 14, we have an 8.13 and an 8.11, so it's not at a 0 point yet, but this is more for looking at multi-currencies, as I explained. Okay, we can look at our Excel in deeper format and look at the main chart, at the signals, and look at the Australian dollar as far as SMA. On this chart, it's above the 5.913, and it does look like there is a start of some of the core baskets, and not all yet, moving into the great changeover direction. And once again, I told you about the core basket, and of course if this core basket moves up, it could be an indication of long again. But basically we have on our chart in the signals the overall trend is up on the 14, the basket trend is long, and our Australian dollar trend is long based on those. So that if you trade a short here, you're trading counter trade. There's no reason you can't do it. The price can go back down to this level again, and it can go low. So you've got to evaluate the currency. Australian dollar is long and the US dollar is currently lower, so of course it confirms all the trade, and of course your buy and sell volume are long. So it's sort of telling you, please wait, we want to do long trades for this moment. And it has not crossed the 5 moving average, so the stochastics are moving up, and you can see it all here. So although the 3MW is showing a downturn, it's possibly slightly a risky trade at this moment, because it could flip back up again as the trend is going up. And although the sell volume is indicating a sell, it's a decision you can make. You can say, alright, I'll do a short scalp because eventually it's going to drop down to this line sometime. We can put a limit order on, and we can put a take profit on a sell at that point, or we could say we'll take a take profit on that point there. But these are your two take profit areas on a short and a scalp. You are trading anti the trend, so your risk is higher. You have not crossed the 5 moving average, but trading counter the trend can bring in small pips and good profit. Okay, you can apply this method to all currencies, and sorry, we'll look at it at any currency. You can apply the method to it, and we'll just put best on. And once again, you can see some ways of looking at trends, whether it breaches this point. If it has a fractal at that point, it could only go to that point, then retrace again. This is quite a good last month's high. If it hits the last month's high, you need a fractal, and that fractal should have to go to there to confirm that it is breaking all highs. Okay, that's all for now. Just a quick basic introductory to using Bryjon's 3MW. You can see here, until that starts to turn down, you would not dare go short. If it breaks here, the next high fractal could be there. Okay, bye for now from Brian.